the future martial arts man. A huge hand slammed down in Lu Sheng's direction. Lu Sheng managed to jump away. The gigantic hand suddenly appeared behind him. Lu Sheng leapt aside and sneered. "Want to catch me?" The monster growled. "Bugs. Cunning bugs. Do not even think about escaping. Are you trying to pull me into that gray bubble's abyss again?" Lu Sheng shot back. "What a pity. I was fooled once before. How could I possibly fall for it again? You cannot use the same move twice against a saint." Lu Sheng charged his fist with electrifying power and shouted, "Get out of here." He punched and a beam of energy shot toward the monster. The monster remained perfectly unscathed. Lu Sheng raised a finger and said, "Then I am leaving. Come here," the monster bellowed. "I will definitely catch you." Lu Sheng laughed. "Hey, then let us wait until you can catch me. All right, you can stop trying to see me off." He stepped out of the water. It is obvious that he cannot do anything to me because he really cannot get out. Huh. The system began deducing the power of origin and the future of the blue star. The blue star will be destroyed 7 years from now. Lu Sheng frowned. Huh? Well, that shortens it by another year. I guess my constant provocations have angered him so much that he has been poaching people faster. He rubbed his chin. 7 years is definitely enough for me to relocate all the humans on the blue star. It is safe to say it can be done within 3 years. Wait, if he thought, when he comes out of the abyss, he will bring more than just a disaster that destroys a planet. What if it is a calamity that sweeps across a star region or even an entire galaxy? If that is the case, then it is a serious matter. He tried to speculate, deducing the future of the entire Serpent Galaxy. The system reported, 7 years from now, the Dark Lord invades, the white mist is destroyed. The Serpent Galaxy becomes the frontline battlefield of the dark side universe. Lu Sheng was shocked. What? Because of me, countless lives throughout the entire Serpent Galaxy have had a whole year forcibly taken from their lifespans. Now my every move affects the future of the entire galaxy. I should make up for the mistakes I made. 7 years, there are still 7 years left. He repeated the system's bleak forecast in his head. 7 years until the blue star is destroyed, the universe's barriers torn apart on a massive scale, the Dark Lord's invasion, the white mist star region annihilated. The Serpent Galaxy turned into the front line of an immeasurable war. If a worm eats through the skin of an apple, the person living inside the apple will suffer. Or he could go through the peel, go around, and kill all the bugs outside to reduce the crisis. Or wait until the peel is nearly gone and be the first to plug that gap. There were only 2 options at the moment. No matter what, he needed tremendous strength as support. Otherwise, let alone killing insects, he would be eaten by them. An absurd thought. A Dark Lord capable of causing the fall of an entire galaxy must be at least level 14 or level 15. When he predicted the future, he learned how long it would take him to reach level 15. Now he thought about it, 100,000 years, 7 years, and then 100,000 years again. He could only try his best. Lu Sheng raised his hand and used his psychic energy. A shark erupted from the water. He looked at the small eye in his palm, plucked it out and said, "Here, take one." He placed the eye inside the shark's mouth. Suddenly the shark's eyes glowed red. Hands and feet sprouted from its body. "Yes," Lu Sheng said. "We can implant the alienated cells into this level 8 beast." The creature dove into the water. "Put it here as a watch to monitor the progress of the excavation in abyssal space. It does not matter if there is a problem with this alienated cell. The worst that can happen is that I lose a little mental power. Its body is still connected to me." Ninghai. Lu Sheng's yacht moved fast as he leapt onto the deck. Dong Qingshua still wore her revealing swimsuit. Lu Sheng touched her delicate hand and said, "Let us move to other planets." He pulled her close, pressing her huge soft chest against him. Dong Qingshui blinked in confusion. "Ah," she stammered, then surrendered to his insistence. "All right, I will do whatever you say, husband." The next day, Lu Sheng boarded the White Hole shuttle and left the blue star, traveling over a dozen light years to a blazing star. "This should be it," he said. "The most suitable martial arts training ground for me at the moment." As he piloted his new spaceship near the star, he peered out the window. The nearest planet with life is 15 light years away from this star. As long as it does not explode suddenly, it will not have much impact on the surrounding planets with life. Although he did not think that, with his current strength, he could make a star in its prime explode, his hand began to flame. He smiled and mused. The surface temperature of a star reaches 6,000 degrees Celsius. At 3,000 degrees Celsius, steel will vaporize. And at 6,000 degrees Celsius, even atoms will be ionized. When I reach level 8, The flames I controlled from the third layer of the void bright state already surpassed 1,000 degrees, Lu Sheng muttered, his eyes glowing with determination as the fiery radiance of the star reflected in them. Now that I've stepped beyond that threshold, let us see what happens when I push my limit. The intense stellar winds lashed against him, searing waves of plasma rippling outward like an ocean of molten light. Space itself shimmered and distorted, but Lu Sheng floated calmly, his aura forming a transparent barrier that crackled with arcs of divine lightning. With my current strength, he murmured, is it possible for me to withstand this temperature? He clenched his fists, his gaze unwavering. I do not know, and it does not matter. We will find out by trying. Before diving in, he focused his mind. His body began to hum as spiritual particles gathered around him. The celestial patterns etched across his skin lit up like constellations, pulsing in rhythm with his heartbeat. But before that, he said quietly, I need to boost my strength even more. He exhaled sharply, shaking his head to clear his thoughts. Suddenly, beep, beep, beep. The communicator flickered to life. A sultry voice came through the channel. Lord Lu, how may I serve you? Lu Sheng replied, I will send you the coordinates now. Have someone deliver a batch of energy crystal resources within 10 days. Yes, Lord Lu, the alien secretary Dean purred. Also, the commander asked me to confirm, has the issue on your home planet been resolved? Lu Sheng's tone softened slightly. It has been solved perfectly. Thank you, Dean, for your assistance. Yes, my lord. Lastly, regarding the interstellar martial arts talent exchange I mentioned before, formal invitations have been sent to the 12 surrounding star regions. The event will be held in our sub-Jupiter region and will begin in 4 months. Lu Sheng nodded. Understood. Just notify me ahead of time. That will be all. The call ended with a faint chime. He stepped out of his chamber and entered the gravity training room aboard his spacecraft. Countless glowing crystals floated around the chamber, illuminating his determined expression. Let us make good use of these supplies, he said. Set the gravity simulation to 50,000 times standard. The system beeped. 50,000 times gravity activated. The crushing weight instantly drove him to one knee. His blood vessels bulged, his vision dimmed, and crimson droplets trickled from his nose. Ugh, he gritted his teeth. This kind of feeling. His lips twisted into a bloody grin. It feels like an entire planet is pressing down on me. He struggled to stand. Every vein in his body swelled like molten cords. Urgh. Aha. His laughter was half agony, half exhilaration. Gradually? No, I do not have time for gradual progress. Extraordinary times call for extraordinary measures, he roared. Become stronger. A violent surge of power erupted from his body. The surrounding energy crystals trembled, then began to float, bathing the room in brilliant light. I will push myself beyond every limit, Lu Sheng declared. No matter what it takes. For the first time in his life, he devoted himself to cultivation without restraint, without fear. While Lu Sheng immersed himself in his desperate training, the invitation to the Interstellar Martial Arts Conference from the sub-Jupiter region raced across galaxies at superluminal speed, landing in the hands of the strongest beings across the cosmos. In the Manhwa star region, a cold voice read the invitation and sneered, an immortal-level genius discovered in sub-Jupiter, and now they wish to boast? Humph! I refuse to play along. He raised his voice. All geniuses and warriors of the Manhwa star region, listen to my command. None of you are permitted to attend. His disciples bowed in unison, as you command. When in the branded region, a red-haired holy knight knelt before her father. Father, have you seen the invitation from the Jupiter region? I have, the archbishop replied calmly. She bowed deeper. I earnestly request your permission to attend. He frowned. You are aware that this immortal-level genius possesses a divine bloodline far beyond mortal limits. She met his gaze, her eyes burning with conviction. That is why I must go. To cross blades with one of immortal descent, what greater opportunity exists? Perhaps I can use this chance to shatter the holy mark seal and step closer to the great Lord God. The archbishop finally smiled. Then go, my daughter. Immortality is no unbreakable myth. The great holy seal will guide you. Let divine glory reveal itself through you. She pressed a fist to her heart. I will not let you down. In the hill region, a Cyclops dean chuckled while reading his invitation. An immortal-level bloodline. The sub-Jupiter region is quite fortunate this cycle. But hosting such a tournament with only a 9th-level contender? How arrogant. A figure appeared beside him. Hull, his trusted disciple. Dean, do you have instructions? The Cyclops grinned. Hull, postpone your trip to the alien battlefield. There is something far more entertaining. A little competition you might enjoy. He mused silently. Hull already possesses a mid-12th grade sun bloodline. With his cultivation technique concealing his true strength, he could easily suppress it to level 11. It would be amusing if he accidentally killed one of those so-called immortal geniuses in the tournament. A deep laugh echoed through the hall. Ah! Meanwhile, aboard the White Hole shuttle, the gravity chamber roared like a collapsing sun. Lu Sheng opened his eyes, calm amidst the storm of pressure. It feels like I've shrunk a few centimeters since 10 days ago, he said dryly. But my strength, it's dozens of times more stable. He clenched his fists. Over 30,000 immortal cells, enough to begin outlining the star map of the sun god realm. Almost there. He leaped into the air, energy crystals scattering below. His aura burst outward in a shockwave that shook the entire vessel. It's time for this star, he said, stepping out of the training room. The White Hole shuttle locked into orbit and activated its defense field. In a flash of light, Lu Sheng teleported to a blazing star tens of thousands of kilometers away. Hovering before its seething surface, he narrowed his eyes. When I reached level 8, my flames could already surpass 1,000 degrees. Let's see if I can now face 6,000 degrees, the temperature of the sun itself. He smiled faintly as solar fire illuminated his figure. The surface of a star reaches 6,000 degrees Celsius, he murmured. At 3,000, steel vaporizes. At 6,000, even atoms are ionized. His hand ignited, brighter than the sun. Then let us begin. This heat, the surface temperature of this star should be over 6,000 degrees, which is nothing to me now. Let us start. Lu Sheng moved forward, soaring toward the star. He dove into the blazing surface at high speed. Lu Sheng shouted, "Great! This feeling is unprecedented." His shirt ignited, burning away as sweat streamed down his face. He smirked and said, "The highest temperature inside a star can reach billions of degrees. That is more than enough for my cultivation." He roared, "Ha!" Suddenly, a mark glowed from his back. Lu Sheng muttered, "I should have come here to cultivate long ago. To me, this is the real paradise. To reach the pinnacle, I must go deeper into the star." His body continued to descend through layers of molten plasma. "It will not be long before I reach the 9th level," he said. "Once I fill in the last missing piece of the martial arts form, I can finally strive toward the 10th level." He flew deeper into the blazing heart of the star, shouting in both pain and exhilaration as the stellar core roared around him. Time passed. It had been nearly 3 months since the invitation to the Interstellar Martial Arts Talent Exchange Competition was sent out. The announcement struck the universe like a massive meteorite, breaking through the silence of the starry sky and shaking the 12 surrounding star regions that had been peaceful for tens of thousands of years. A horned alien shouted joyfully, "A war that has not happened in a century is about to begin." Across the star regions, countless people boarded their spacecraft and rushed toward the sub-Jupiter region. Merchant ships, warships, and shuttles filled the starry lanes. On inside one of the large merchant ships, the interstellar competition was the talk of every passenger. Mr. Leo stood silently, gazing out the viewing deck. Miss Trinus approached him, swirling a glass of wine. "What is Mr. Leo thinking about?" she asked with a teasing smile. Leo replied calmly, "Dear Miss Trinus, I am just passing the time. Look, the starry sky is beautiful, is it not?" She giggled softly. "Just call me Trinus. The starry sky is indeed beautiful, but if you stare at it too long, it becomes a little boring and monotonous." She brushed her hair aside and whispered, "And lately, the starry sky has not been very peaceful." She thought to herself, Leo, a peak level 11 martial arts expert, lost his ship in an ambush. Since his destination was also the sub-Jupiter region, we decided to travel together. As captain of this merchant ship, I am lucky to have him on board. Our security was lacking. Trinus clasped his hand gently. "Because of that competition, star pirates are running wild across more than a dozen star sectors. The law enforcement fleets from Yamu and Baiwu sectors cannot keep up. Having you here makes me feel much safer." Leo smiled faintly. "Is this peace? I have not felt anything like it in what feels like an eternity. Tell me, Trinus, do you know how many colors there are in the alien battlefield?" She blinked. "Mr. Leo, have you ever been there?" Leo looked upward, his voice calm but heavy. "In the alien battlefield, there are only 3 colors, the gray sky, the black beasts, and—" He paused, meeting her eyes, "the red that dyes the earth." Trinus swallowed nervously. "Ah!" Leo caught himself and sighed. "Ah, sorry. I remembered something unpleasant. I suppose I frightened you, Captain Trinus." She pouted. "Hate it. I already told Mr. Leo, just call me Trinus. Being called Captain feels awkward." Leo chuckled. "Very well, Trinus. Then tell me, who are the top contenders for this competition?" Trinus opened a datapad. Let me see. There's Gray from the Blue Demon family in the Black Flounder Star region. She possesses a brilliant moon-level extraordinary life form. She is 700 years old and has reached the peak of level 11. Leo nodded. Trinus continued. Then there is the ice demon Monroe from the Hillstar region. His life form contains 3 sun stars, and he may reach level 12 at any time. She gasped. Oh my heavens, he is not even 400 years old yet. His future is limitless. She scrolled further. But this is the one everyone is talking about. The most noteworthy competitor and the key figure behind the entire event. The one who possesses the immortal bloodline that appears once every million years in the Jupiter region. Lusheng. I thought it was just a legend, but he truly exists. Leo's eyes narrowed. Yes. The immortal level is a dazzling rarity, even in the alien battlefield. Trinus sighed. Unfortunately, this immortal level warrior is still a bit weak, only at level 9. His brilliance might be overshadowed by other geniuses. Predictions say his chance of victory is less than 20%. On the other hand, the ice demon Monroe from the Hillstar Zone is the most popular candidate. That immortal seed may be nipped in the bud. She smiled faintly. Mr. Leo, are you planning to join the competition? With your ability, it should be easy for you to make it into the top 10. Leo turned away and said quietly, Me? No, I will not participate this time, because I have more important things to do. Thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who took the time to watch this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider sharing my videos or channel with your friends who might also enjoy it. Your support means the world to me and helps my channel grow. Let's keep this community thriving together. Until next time, see you in the next video.